Hi everybody, Ryan here, and I wanted to do a bit of a review on the Hero Forge miniatures, custom 3D printed miniatures that are printed out by Shapeways. Dawn ordered a few of these a while back, and in fact you can check out her video of the unboxing if you'd like to. Recently I ordered one as well for one of our campaigns, our Thunderscape campaign. The miniature that I decided to build is for Inat, a raccoon-based creature for our Thunderscape game. Building the miniature was easy and a lot of fun. The interface on the website is really simple. You choose from all of the different options that there are, and there's a lot of them now, and it was really great and really easy for me to be able to put together this character. My character is really small. He's based on being a raccoon, but he's also had a lot of augmentation to his body and had some parts replaced with a magical metal and technology. And so I wasn't really able to just find one floating out there pre-made. So it was really nice to be able to custom build one. It can take up to a month to get your miniature, so it's not always a really quick process. Mine arrived after about a week and a half, so I felt really happy about that. Pulling it out of the box, I was immediately really excited to get started on painting. The first thing that I noticed handling the miniature is that it is light. And in fact, it just feels delicate. There are a couple of different printing options. One is sturdier, but not really suitable to be painted, and the other one is a little more flexible and good for painting. The flexible option is the one that I got. I knew that it was going to be a little bit bendy, and they tell you to be kind of careful with the miniature. I was actually afraid I was going to break the miniature just while I was painting it. Luckily, that didn't happen. Hero Forge suggests that you do a light soap and water rinse before you get started painting. I didn't do that, and so the base coat of my primer, when it started beading up a little bit, I really can't fault that with the product. It was just I didn't do something that I was supposed to. After I was able to get the base coat on, I could really start to tell that the miniature was still pretty textured from the 3D printing. Now, the option that I chose for printing is supposed to be smoother and much better for painting. Even still, I could tell where that repeating textured pattern was from the printing. So the two major issues that I had before I really started layering the paints on is that it just felt so fragile. And I wanted it to be smoother. It's nowhere near as smooth as a pewter or even some of the other plastic models that are out there. Now those other options out there are made from molds, so of course they're a little bit smoother. I understand that. And they're certainly nowhere near the flexibility or customization. But if I'm going to give an honest review, I really wish it felt more sturdy, and I wish that the printing was smoother. Once I had the base coat on, it was great. I was able to paint Inat exactly how I wanted him to look. And when you see here, he's in a pretty dynamic and action pose. And that made a few of the areas hard to get to. But that's not Hero Forge's fault. That was the pose that I chose. And maybe somebody a bit more talented in painting will never have a problem with getting into those tight spaces. Overall, the layering everything in was great. I was incredibly happy with the miniature that I was probably never going to get anywhere else. They're not the cheapest miniatures out there. Mine did run 30 bucks, so that might be something that keeps a few people back. But I'm guessing that that price point will probably go down as the materials and the process gets easier and cheaper along the way. So for me, Hero Forge gets an easy 4 out of 5 stars. Yeah, it's a little delicate feeling, and it's not quite as smooth as I'm sure it will get as the technology gets better and better and better for 3D printing. But to be able to customize a miniature, choose from, I'm sure, hundreds and hundreds of different permutations for what it is, and customize the pose and really capture the essence of what my miniature needed to be, there's really no other way to go about it, and I feel a little bit spoiled. So go check them out, Hero Forge Miniatures. Create your perfect miniature and send us some of the pictures. We'd love to see what you're creating and hear what you think. Thanks, and I'll see you next time on Roll for Initiative.